Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he looks sharp, did Antonio Brown in the preseason against New Orleans. Caught all 4 of his targets for 87 yards, trying to solidify his spot as the #1 receiver in the NFL.
And it's an argument that will always be there. But top receiver in the league, he states his case pretty well, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Now, who do you think's up there with him?
Well, I'd have to say you got Julio Jones in Atlanta, right? A.J. Green in Cincinnati. I think in sheer physicality, you'd look at those two and think that they would be the best. But when you put productivity in there, no one's beating out Antonio Brown right now.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time. And that last run, they just cut right through them.
Again, it's Bell. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, this is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that leads to a New York 1st down. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
From midfield, here's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that...
Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Looking left sideline, it's complete. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. Third down. Yet again, here's a wildcat look. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Roethlisberger will throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. This is Bell, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to Heinz Field after this. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Manning to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. but they don't get it. And now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here we go on 4th down with Manning. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
New York set to take the field.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks.
And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this is Shepard on the catch. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Manning. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And New York set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Giants a 1st down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Shamarko Thomas. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a